With Pokemon singles, particularly modern, going to the absolute moon, it feels like there's no deals or bargains left out there. I'm going to show you 12 cards that I think still have some room for growth, if that's even possible. If we look at the singles market, particularly the strong ones, what we've seen is a lot of singles rise 150%, 200%, 250%. In some cases with buyouts, 8 or 900%. And it begs the question, what's left? I think I've found 12 cards that might actually still have some room for growth. These cards have either maybe risen during this massive boom, 20%, 30%, sort of 50% at absolute most. So there are cards in this list that do still have some room for growth, in my opinion. In case you've been living under a rock recently, what's happened, of course, is massive supply and demand issues in the Pokemon card world. And what we see is a little bit of a flow-on effect. So there's lots of reasons why singles have gone up in price heaps and why we can't find what feels like good deals on singles. A few of the reasons, of course, that supply-demand discrepancy I mentioned, things like Pokemon Pocket adding fuel to the fire. There's so many content creators now, hyping up cards. There's buyouts happening on singles. The other side of the coin that I don't think people look at all that much is what happens when chase cards get really expensive is people look down the chain a little bit. So they go, well, hold on, I can't get a Giratina from Lost Origin, but I can get an Aerodactyl. And then those people that were like, well, I can get an Aerodactyl, but now that's gone up too much, they look for, one of the Pikachus from the trainer gallery. And we get this flow-on effect where, it filters down, and what inevitably happens is it puts upward pressure on all Pokemon cards from a set. Hey, cue the he's standing in the middle or he's sitting in the middle of the screen comments. They're going to come because I always sit on that side and I'm in the middle in this video. So I'm looking forward to those comments coming through. And as we get pressure put down through the ranks, so to speak, across all singles and they rise, what we then get is a flow-on effect, of course, onto the sealed product. So let's just jump straight into it. Hey, here's 12 cards and they're all under $12. So 12 for 12, 12 cards under $12 that I think still have some room for growth. The artworks on these are phenomenal. The first one being the Toedscruel from Paradox Rift. This card is currently just over $10.50. And in case you can't remember, the pull rates on an illustration rare, typically from the Scarlet and Violet era, is 1 in 13 for an illustration rare. Now look, the bigger the amount of illustration rares that are in a set, so Scarlet and Violet Base has a massive amount, Paradox Rift has a massive amount, Paldea Evolved has a massive amount, the more individual illustration rares you have, the odds of 1 in 13 for any, of course, multiply that by the total number in a set, it's harder to pull any specific illustration rare the bigger the number of illustration rares in the set. So Stellar Crown, which has a smaller number of illustration rares, it's easier to pull any specific illustration rare from that set than it is Paldea Evolved, which has a massive amount of illustration rares. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm sure it's pretty simple. Not trying to insult anyone's intelligence, but if you're new to the hobby, that's sort of where it sits. Another one, number 2 on this, is, I don't even know how you pronounce this, Ranunculus, $9.68 from Temporal Forces. This is a good looking card. And look, I know they're not fan favorite Pokemons, but what you've got to remember is what headspace we put ourselves in typically. And I'm saying we because I think majority of my viewers are probably somewhere in the age of 25 to 40. I'm sure there's some, a little bit older than that and appreciate you watching. And I'm sure there's some, a little bit younger than that and I appreciate you watching. But typically, we grew up Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, maybe even, Gen 4. And some of these newer Pokemon, you got to remember eventually this is going to be someone's, era that they grew up on. So anyway, let's move on to number 3. I love this evolution line. I loved getting the Aggron. The Lairon though here from Twilight Masquerade, still $6.50. And like I said, a lot of these cards they've experienced during this massive, massive bull market, like somewhere in the vicinity of 10 to 50% growth, when most other illustration rares and special illustration rares and trainer galleries from Sword and Shield era have seen anywhere from like 100 to 900% growth some cards. The fourth one I thought was a little bit of a standout, and it's strange that this hasn't got much growth, is the Raichu, the shiny Raichu from Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates has seen some massive growth. We've got 3 stellar special illustration rares, of course one of the greatest cards and will go down as one of the greatest cards in the era, the Bubble Mew. But the shiny Raichu, coupled with Pikachu, you know, that Charmander line, Charmander, Charmeleon, Pikachu, Raichu, you know, there's some good shinies in Paldea Fates. And at $8.90, it seems a little bit underdone considering it's the evolution of Pikachu. Number 5 on the list, Heliolisk, is that how you pronounce it? Again, from Twilight Masquerade, only $3.34. And this artwork's actually a really, really nice looking artwork. So it feels, you know, it feels like these cards could have some growth. And I'm not saying they're going to the absolute moon, but to go from a $3 card to a $5 card or a $3 card to a $6 card, I think there's still room for growth in some of these cards. Number 6 on the list, and this one actually really surprised me. This is a trainer gallery from Astral Radiance, and that's the Kingdra. We've seen what Kingdra has done during that promo from Shrouded Fable with the Greninja. You know, Kingdra is a good, like, it's a good Pokemon. Like, it's not, when you think, oh, top 10 Pokemon, it's probably not in there, but it's a nice looking Pokemon. Like, the evolution of Seadra, it's a cool card, isn't it? And $5.50. $5.50 US. Hey, while we're halfway through the video, I just wanted to give a shout out to today's video sponsor, which is of course the Collector app. I'll leave a link in the description to download Collector. If you don't have it, I urge you to download it. If you do have it, please update it because there's always new updates coming out. Like this one, the most current update, which is unstacking your singles, which people have been asking for a while. In case you don't know what the Collector app is, it's the one-stop shop to add in all your singles and all your sealed collection. It'll give you daily price updates on singles and sealed. You can see your total collection value. You can see how much you're gaining or losing, but hopefully gaining on a daily basis for your collection. So you can see percentage growth, total dollar growth. It's such a good app for both collectors and investors of Pokemon and other TCGs alike. So again, link in the description for that one. While we're on trainer galleries, and before we jump into number 7 though, I just wanted to shout out something that maybe people don't realize when it comes to, you know, illustration rare pull rates and trainer gallery pull rates. Trainer galleries had sort of tiered pull rates, depending on whether it was, you know, a VMAX or just a regular. Regular trainer galleries had a 1 in 12 pull rate. And same thing, the more regular trainer galleries you have inside a set, the harder it is going to be to pull any specific card. It's about as simple as that. Number 7 though, and another one. This card, what's this out of? Scarlet and Violet set, Altaria Trainer Gallery from Silver Tempest. Again, like it's a $5 card. What's Altaria in? Is it Paradox Rift? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Paradox Rift. Again, feels a little bit underdone, doesn't it, for $5? And here's one that really surprises me. The Houndoom Trainer Gallery from Brilliant Stars. It's just over $2. $2 for a Houndoom. Yes, I agree, it's not the nicest artwork. I don't think it's anywhere near as nice as the Kingdra artwork, but Houndoom at $2 in a trainer gallery? Look what's happened over the years to Cosmic Eclipse trainer galleries. And yes, we can argue Cosmic Eclipse has lower print runs than what Brilliant Stars, Lost Origin, Astral Radiance, Silver Tempest has, which are the 4 trainer gallery sets from Sword and Shield, but there are no real cheap trainer galleries from Cosmic Eclipse. There's no $2 trainer galleries. I'm not saying there aren't going to be any $2 trainer galleries from any of those 4 sets, but if history repeats itself, as these get older and a little bit rarer, trainer galleries are a really nice example of Pokemon cards. I think we can see some growth in some of these. Another one which is super cheap, which is also from Brilliant Stars, is Dusknoir at $1.76. And that's in, is it in Shrouded Fable as well? And it's expensive in Shrouded Fable, I think. So, come on, under $2. Another one that's pretty much bang on $2 from Lost Origin is the Arcanine. I know it's the Hisuian Arcanine, but again, Arcanine's a 151 Pokemon. Again, I know it's the Hisuian era region Pokemon, but $2.31, so it's just over $2 for a very nice looking trainer gallery card. 2 more I wanted to talk about to round out the 12 at 12 is King Gambit from S&V Base. S&V Base is in a little hot pocket at the moment. It is going absolutely gangbusters. We know what the Drowsy's doing. We know what some of those special illustration rares, the new legendaries are doing. $8.99 for King Gambit. And again, this card hasn't seen much growth in the last 3 months. Like, not much at all. I think it's maybe 25, 30% up in the last 3 months. Not like the 180% that we're seeing with a lot of other cards. And finally, Zorora from Stellar Crown. Only $10. Or just over, $10.80. So these are 12 cards under $12 that I think in this market could still see some growth. I know everyone's talking about doomsday, you know, when's this crash going to happen when it comes to singles? All we can play in is the field that we know at the moment. And the field that we know at the moment is still an extremely hot Pokemon card market. And what will happen inevitably is people will start turning their attention to some of these cheaper trainer galleries and cheaper illustration rares. What will happen is the higher ones will get priced out of the market, or that FOMO will happen where people just buy them and add them to the collection anyway, and then they'll hop on that train where they go, well, you know what, I've got all the expensive trainer galleries, I better get some of those lesser known trainer galleries. And as we start to see increases in daily sales on some of these cards, which means we get an increase in demand, then we should get an increase in price on some of them. There's 12, under $12 that I think in this extremely hot Pokemon card market seem like good value. I'm Michael, this is PokeOz. Catch everyone next time.